Good morning. How are you? Thanks for coming to my backyard. Do you have your warm fluid? It's so nice. Oh, so much. So much. Let's start by releasing whatever it is that you're holding on to, things that you don't want inside of you, don't want in your body, don't want in your soul, hurt, anger, disappointment, frustration, sadness. Let's just exhale. Out it goes into the mother, into the Mother Earth, and she can take it. She's strong and powerful. She persists no matter what we do to her, and we do a lot to her to hurt her. There's not a lot we can do about this train. This train of hurting the Mother Nature. So do your best. Make little changes in your life. Turn the water off when you're not using it. Try not to use plastics. I know, it's really hard. So many things come in plastic. Let's breathe in. Let's take a deep breath. Take a deep breath in, and we're going to breathe in the love that Mother Nature has for us and all that she does for us to provide and support us. Everything comes from her. Our nourishment, our comfort. We have the sun that keeps us warm and gives us light and helps our plants to grow. So let's exhale and take a deep breath in. Breathe it in, breathe in the love. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3. Swirl it around. 4. And out. 2, 3, 4. Relax your shoulders. Just move your head back and forth, your neck. Ooh, mine's crunchy. You can do this all day long, whenever you feel like it. You can do shoulder rolls. You can do neck rolls. Move your body. Feels good. Twist it around. So I never stop learning. I'm always learning. I'm listening to an audiobook. It's fairly complex. It's about the I Ching. It's a Chinese mathematical system. I'm not really sure yet what it is, but I'm learning about it, the I Ching. And this is called the... Sorry, guys. I have allergies. You probably noticed that on my videos. Sorry about that. And I'm learning about how the I Ching can be applied to your DNA and your genetic code. So I'm listening to an audiobook called, I think it's The Gene Code. It's very esoteric. It's not meant to. It's not like a book that you listen to and then learn from. It's actually a journey that you go on, and it's a neuro-linguistic program, and so it's more like a class. And I'm learning, just started learning, to try to reprogram my DNA and on a cellular basis. You know how our body responds to negative energy in a negative way. It's probably not good for our cells, and that a lot of anxiety can lead to illness, all different kinds of illness, immune illness, cancer. So your environment, not just the external environment, but your internal environment. So I would like in this new year to improve my internal environment, less negative energy. And it starts with me. It starts with my thoughts. It starts with my emotions, my feelings. And so it's just about awareness, being aware of my thoughts and aware of my emotions. And one of the things that I remembered this morning, I had something happen this morning. I'm not going to go into it, with a family member. And when I was a little girl, I used to pick my scabs. I was a very active little girl. In Mississippi, we lived on the edge of town by the woods, and I spent 75% of my time when I wasn't at school or church, I spent outside on a bike or in the woods. And it was really fun. We had very vivid imaginations and had a big fantasy world, and we had all the kids in the neighborhood who would all join in. And I fell a lot. I fell off my bike. I got pushed by the bully. My best friend was the biggest bully. Her name was Libby. And Libby used to do things like, we had a hill in front of my house, and Libby, we would play chicken. That was her favorite game to play with me. And we would stand in the street and ride our bikes down the street from the top of the hill, and then whoever swerved or moved would be the chicken. Well, of course, I always lost that because I knew Libby. There was no way she wasn't going to hit me. So, but isn't it funny? I befriended a bully, and it took me years to realize that. Maybe I'm a target for bullies too. What makes me a target for bullies? I don't understand. I was really little. My nickname was Dinky. I had like a 5-inch gap, little stick legs when I was, 8, 9. I was about 4 years behind everybody else, starting my period. So, of course, I thought there was something wrong with me. I was just slow growth. I still am. I just can't seem to learn certain things. And so back then, I would hurt my knees. I would scrape them up all the time. And my hand was right there by my knee, so I would pick my scabs. I don't know if any of you did that or still do it. But I would pick my scabs, and they would bleed. And then I'd get another scab, and I would pick that one. And I would sometimes have a scab on my knee for a year because I would never let it heal. And I wouldn't leave the scab alone. And I think that's a metaphor and symbolic of how I am now with things that are bothering me, with, like if something's going down in my life, in my family, in my environment, I pick the scab. It's the, why can't I shut the fuck up sometimes? It bites me in the ass. And I'm learning, okay? I'm learning. So that's one of my resolutions, is to quit picking the scabs. Shut the fuck up. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. I gotta take those are words of wisdom. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. So, and that means not pursuing something that I want to be a different way, to release the expectations of an outcome, accept it for what it is, and not try to change it or make it better or make it different, not to be heard. the desire for my side of the story to be told. Just let that go. Let it be. So that's one of the things that I'm going to work on. I promise. And if I don't, please hold me accountable for my own words. Or I guess I'm the only one that can be held accountable, right? Don't come back and say I told you so, because I got my own inner critic, my own inner voice telling me, "Oh, you did it again." So maybe you're not like that. Maybe you're one of those people I'm surrounded by. Like people in my family, they just let it be, and that's the advice they're always giving me. Just don't say anything. Just don't do anything. I'm like, okay. So I'm working on that. I'm always working on being better, and sharing that with you, because this may be something that you would like to work on too, or maybe not. Maybe you've just got it down. So another thing that arose was that we used the term, I had a lot on my plate. And I noticed, let me just show you this. I've got 2 tables out here in my sacred meditation space. There's this one, which has got crystals and things that have special meaning. And then the table behind it has nothing on it. So I have one altar tables it's full. My plate is full. My altar is full. And the one behind it is completely empty. So I think that's a metaphor. How do you take things off your plate? How do you take the weight of the world off your shoulders? One thing at a time. Just remove it. Just take it. Put it where it goes. Look at it. Say, give it love. Bless it with positive energy. That's one way. And I'm going to remember that when I ever feel like my emotions, my reactions, my thoughts are heavy and weighing me down and filling up my plate. I'm going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to really sit with that breath. I may take 10, and I'm going to know deep in my DNA that negative thoughts are not good for you. They're not good for us. They're not good for our cells on a cellular level. The vibration isn't there. You need high vibrations, high frequency. And if you don't feel like you have high frequencies, then release the low frequencies. Breathe it away, or breathe into it. Breathe positive love into it. You can't run away. You can't run away from it. That was my go-to as a little girl too, was to run away and hide in closets and things. I brought that with me. I didn't unpack that behavior until I was well into my 20s. I know we get stuck in these different time slots where powerful things happen. A lot of it's hormonal related. We get stuck in our teenage years, probably because puberty is so powerful and creates these really strong neurochemicals. Hormones do. And then you get to be a crone, the hormones diminish. You're not a slave to your hormones anymore, but you still have neurochemicals. Yeah, and you get into the habit of having the negative neurochemicals. So be around people that are positive. Seek the positives. Go to yoga class. Learn concentration in a yoga class. Meditate a little during the day. Doesn't have to be long. Do your breath work. Positive affirmations. I am good. I am kind. I am love. I am truth. I am good. I am kind. I am love. I am truth. Tell your DNA that on a cellular level. And you can take all the the stuff you've unpacked off your plate, and bits and bobs and mementos and memories that just bring you sadness and disappointment and frustration and pain. You could pack it in a little box, and on New Year's Eve you could burn it. Do rituals. Put more rituals in your life. More ceremony. Make your life more ceremonial. Make it more magical, more beautiful, more spiritual. Give yourself positive affirmations. Put the love into the world. Put the love into your life. Breathe in the love from the universe. This too shall pass. I love you. Ah. Yeah, crow. Okay, people, ladies, gentlemen, have a wonderful day. It's cold today and cloudy. It's going to rain, but it's quiet and still. So, there's a road trip. There's a road trip coming. Yeah. I've got Oregon, Santa Fe, Washington State, places I have not really explored. I love you. The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste. And namaste.